Greetings and welcome back to Jobe's Views. I am your host, Jobe, coming back to you with another exciting movie review. This is one of my favorite films of all time, Requiem for a Dream. But before we get into that, as always, I must remind you, like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell someone to share again. Thank you so much for the viewers who have been with me, who have been sharing my name to their friends. I'm seeing those subscriber numbers go up. I appreciate you. The information again is youtube.com/KAMALOVERU. On IG, I am KJobe_views. You can also search me, KJobe_views on YouTube website itself. Now, let's get into the review. Now that you have like, comment, and subscribed, let's get into the review for Requiem for a Dream. So, Requiem for a Dream is Darren Aronofsky's second directorial film following Pi. He did Requiem for a Dream. This movie was released in 2000. It stars Ellen Burstyn, Jennifer Connelly, Marlon Wayans, and Jared Leto. As we probably know, Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Ellen Burstyn have all won Academy Awards. So, needless to say, the performances were great in this movie. The movie focuses on these four people. They are four Coney Island characters. Ellen Burstyn plays Sarah Goldfarb, the mother of Jared Leto's character, Harry Goldfarb. Harry's best friend is Tyrone Love, played by Marlon Wayans, and his girlfriend is Marion Silver, played by Jennifer Connelly. These four residents of Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York, start off in a drug utopia, simple kind of day-to-day normal drug use, and it quickly descends into, or maybe not so quickly, but it descends into life-shattering drug addictions. You're probably like, Jobe, this seems really dark. Why is this your favorite film? Because it's my favorite film because of filmmaking, which I'll get into later, just the way it's made. So before we get into that, let's get into some of these spoilers. The spoilers, as I've told you, Sarah and Harry are mother and son. We start off seeing that Harry sometimes robs his mom, takes her TV, pawns it, she buys it back. He uses the money to get his fixes, usually just cocaine and weed. Him, Marion, and Tyrone quickly get into heroin, in which Tyrone's not really a big user of. He kind of sticks to his weed, but Marion and Harry kind of go off on this heroin fix. While they're sort of transitioning from marijuana, cocaine into heroin, Sarah Goldfarb finds herself possibly on the cusp of going onto this game show that she really loves and adores. But she wants to be like the hottest old Jew Coney Island resident on the show, so she wants to lose weight, and she goes to a doctor about weight loss. Enter the American healthcare system. She gets overprescribed uppers like benzos and develops a really hardcore addiction to benzos. She's losing weight. She's grinding her teeth. She's drinking coffee. She's not eating. She starts to lose her mind, which is what is bound to happen when you're on benzos. In the meantime, Harry and Tyrone have decided they want to kind of move up in the drug system. So they take a trip down south to pick up some drugs in the hopes to move more weight. Unfortunately, they are pulled over. At this point, Harry's addiction to heroin has grown pretty strong. So he has track marks on his arm. He's taken to a hospital jail where his arm is ultimately amputated. Tyrone is just set to, I guess, pretty much serve his sentence in this southern jail. Meanwhile, Marion Silver, who was left in Coney Island, while the boys went to, move up in the drug chain, she's left in Coney Island with this heroin addiction. So she starts to, sell her body for drugs. And so that is your spoilers. That is your story. Let's get into the review. So, Requiem for a Dream, as I have stated, is one of my favorite movies of all time. I give this movie an A+. It introduced me to Summer Overture, which is one of my favorite scores in all classical music. Also, it introduced me to Darren Aronofsky. who is the beautiful director who, you know, brought us Black Swan and this movie, Requiem for a Dream. His direction is just amazing. As I mentioned earlier, the performances in this movie are amazing. Not only did Ellen Bernstein, Jared Leto, and Jennifer Connelly give amazing performances worthy of the accolades they have already received throughout their career, but Marlon Wayans also delivers an amazing performance. After this movie, I actually questioned why Marlon Wayans doesn't do more serious roles. He did that good of a job playing Tyrone Love. Another great thing about this movie, and one of the more poignant things, and I think it's the way Darren chooses to direct or hires his editing or cinematography staff, the transition from light to dark in this movie is just incredible. As I mentioned, it starts off drug utopias and descends into life-shattering addictions. The camera work, whether it's the point of view or the kind of montages to drug use, whether it's the transition from the beginning of this bright, beautiful Coney Island scene to this dark, dreadful, drug-fueled psychosis, the light, the shadowing, the camera angle and view and movement, it just makes for an incredible movie. This movie is, again, very dark. It's trigger warnings all throughout this movie. You're going to see graphic sexual nature. You're going to see hardcore drug use. You're going to see the side effects of hardcore drug use. You're going to watch a woman, Sarah Goldfarb, ultimately ends up getting subjected to electroshock treatment. You're going to see that. The movie, again, it gets very dark, but it's just brilliantly made. It's just beautifully made. It's literally the daydream into a beautiful nightmare. I think that's pretty much all I can say about Requiem for a Dream. Again, just an all-around great film. Directing, cinematography, acting, performances, writing, and the stories are, well, I don't want to say relatable because, I mean, I hope none of us ever go that far, but they're relatable in the sense that this is where it can go. You know, I would honestly think this is a good movie to show to maybe high school seniors or college freshmen, because it really does a poignant job of showing how little drug use can turn into a life-shattering addiction, and can turn your world upside down. And I think Sarah Goldfarb's part is particularly telling because she's an older woman who's not engaging in what we consider typical drug use. The America today now is aware of this opiate epidemic that it caused. And so this was a story that kind of preceded that, the awareness anyways. So, I don't know, this was just a great movie. Darren Aronofsky directed his ass off. Jared Leto, Ellen Bernstein, Marlon Wayans, Jennifer Connelly acted their ass off. The writers, the cinematographers, the gaff, the sound effects, the editing team. Everyone did a brilliant job. It's one of my favorite films. Not sure where you can find it, but if you do find it, you know, watch. Well, if you want the best effect, watch it at night and have a drink or a blunt or a pack of cigarettes ready for when the movie ends. But if you want the cheap experience, I guess watch it in the daytime when it's nice and sunny. Anyways, as always, thank you guys so much for joining me. That is my view on Requiem for a Dream. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you guys on the next view.